So you might listen to my yeah, and I had my phone tomorrow on the new life. It's just a house. It's just a house.
According to Framo.ai, whether it's a heartwarming drama or an action-packed thriller, our AI movie maker brings your script to life with.
What's that? Or not? Why the lie? Why always lie? Why the lie? Why always lie? Okay. Alright, make Nike. No. Uh, the quality looks good, but I think it's not better. Yeah. 96, 90 what? I hate you for that. We said 99. 100. Clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Let's somebody call the doctor. You always lying, but you have no lines. But you got no lines. I don't get bored from doing that. I don't get like what? Oh my! You get what you want now. By the way, hey, yo, who's clapping? Jesus! Enough with the jump scares. Make a booty clap. Clap, 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 clap. One, two, three. Gone. That's the last thing. I got ground pound her. Wait, no. That's it. That.
A young boy named Leo found a small, trembling dog hiding in the shadows near his home. The city had strict rules. No animals were allowed for fear they might spread sickness or distract people from their work. But Leo couldn't leave the frightened pup alone in the cold. He scooped him up, naming him Flicker for the
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I think it starts like two. Found her. Found! Found! Pet food. But it's really not such that. I left this room. I left this room already. And she decided to come back. Yeah. Hey, brothers black and white. Yeah, let's read this in order. No. Alright, let's make a bet. Oh god. Alright, pretend you're read it in a different voice this time. Don't pretend you're reading this in a different voice. Hurry up and read it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got the Gulu. I got Goo Luigi. He keeps saying the word. Tyler, your brother Tyler's a moron, I bet. And I don't. I'm just saying that in a nice way. I'm not trying to get beat up by him. Gooey. His name is Gooey. That's Goo Luigi. Oh yeah, I get it. Gooey. This Gooey can't talk. Wait, what? Gooey isn't good. Humans are one. You get composed when he has no hook. No. Gooey, Louie, Gooey. You're still on the phone? Jesus. An hour already? Oh, we done. Oh, true that. That I asked my pops if we can have Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow. Or Cane's. I'll be right back. Chicken one. Chicken wing, chicken wing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Hey, I'm just chill on the couch. Sit. Alright, let me hear it. Let me see. I need to go back. Just to make you feel better, I have an annoying older brother too. I have the black robot, right? It, Ah! because my second favorite color's black. Okay. Yeah, lucky. Wait. Mason, are we the robots or are we inside the robots? Like the giant ones? Alright, making sure. Yeah, I did. I I think I no my headphones did it because there's like a there's like a button on my headphones where like when I'm in a call I it can just hang up for me. Wait, that's wait. Oh yeah, but no, wait, but what's the narrator's name? Oh wait. If you're talking as the narrator, you get to act like a man, just telling the story since the narrator is. I'll try. If I one time one time I stayed up until 1 a.m. and you know what? You know what? I remember my first all-nighter like it was yesterday. It was not yesterday. My first all-nighter was not yesterday. I was like a little kid in in my room, had my TV on, watching Luigi's Mansion 3, and I couldn't sleep. And I didn't know it, and I had no conscience. Like I was like 4 or 5 or 6. I think I was 5. I had consciousness, but I didn't know what day it was. Fuck, dude. Wait, what? Wait, what did Josh said? What? That like because I made the robots and all that. You should have said no. I ain't making that gun because if so, I had to make. I ain't saying that word. More guns of that type. Jesus, Josh. After this, me, me, and Weston, me and Mason are going to give you a huge spanking afterwards with a belt. You should. Wait, we should spank Josh. Oh wait, I still have to tell. Oh yeah. I have your belt. It was in my room.
Wait, my belt?
Yep.
Why you give him?
you, you you put it in my room. Okay, Mason. I get a pup. So like after the fight, wait, make Josh did like a mistake in the fight, but make sure it's like this. He messed up. He like bumped into all 3 of us on like on by accident. But his punishment, we spank him with the belt. Aw man, I want to spank him. Yeah. Jesus. You are cooking. Alright. Wait. Mason, since you read, since you're making the stories and we've read like the fir- the first 2 books, you know what just wait, can we have an AI read the books? Mason, you're still there? How about an AI reads the books? Yeah, because I don't want to hear you read it because because the books are long and you're gonna run out of breath. But ChatGPT's a robot, and that might work. Yeah. Oh, let's go.
Hey, what's up?
We'll be on the YouTube channel.
Sure, send it over. Okay, first off, love the energy. Demonic Friends sounds like a killer title. And the whole, we're not running, or
Can you get
Yeah,
back?
I'm reading.
Can you get
Go
off
ahead,
of
I'm all
paper back?
eyes.
Because one.
Okay, I'm reading. Hit me with it.
That scared me.
Yeah, totally. I'm ready.
Jesus.
Just paste it.
Okay.
Okay, wow. That escalated fast. So first off, love the vibe. Demonic Friends as a team name, chef's
What
kiss.
just happened?
The whole, we're not running, we're fixing what we broke line hits hard. Like, these guys are.
Just hurry up and read. Read the book.
Mason's shield
I
tank,
know.
Weston's flyer, Josh's light.
Just
Yeah. Got it. The Demonic Friends. Chapter 1. Quiet Forest. Sunrise on metal. Smoke curling up like a bad habit. Camden's big reveal. 4 shiny new toys, each one screaming, I'm
my
yours.
thing is
Mason's
lagging.
jaw hits dirt. Josh drops like he's proposing. Weston just stares. Classic. I made you guys a robot. That
Oh,
line,
there we go.
cold. No fanfare. Just fact.
Jesus,
And
it's
then,
lagging.
boom. Emergency alert. Bank job.
Mason, you're breaking. Jesus,
You're
it's
right.
lagging.
I skimmed. Let me
It's
do it right.
lagging.
Full read, no commentary, no cuts. The Demonic Friends. Chapter 1. I made you guys a robot. The forest is quiet. Morning sunlight hits the metal shell of their upgraded robot. Smoke rises gently from last night's battle. Mason stretches. Weston kicks a rock. Josh is humming dramatically. Camden stands in front of a giant tarp. He pulls it off. Underneath, 4 smaller, sleeker robots. Each one is customized. Camden crosses his arms. Camden, I made you guys a robot. Silence. Mason's jaw drops. Josh falls to his knees dramatically. Weston just stares. Josh, you made
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Camden, we can't share one forever. And if we're gonna survive, we do it smarter. He points at each one. Mason's robot, heavy armor, giant shield arms. Weston's robot, fast, winged, built for air combat. Josh's robot, energy-based weapons, lightning boosters. Camden's robot, tactical command system, advanced AI. Mason walks around his robot. Mason, so we're not running anymore. Camden looks serious. Camden, no, we're not criminals, we're not prisoners, we're not running. He looks at all of them. We're fixing what we broke. Josh slowly smiles. Josh, so we're heroes? Camden smirks. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Suddenly, every robot powers on at the same time. A message appears on the main screen. Incoming emergency alert. Citibank under attack. Weston looks up. Well, guess we're starting now. The four boys look at each other. Mason grins. Demonic friends, suit up, don't shit up. Robots launch into the sky. Chapter 2. The Bank Job. Downtown chaos. A high-tech armored truck is flipped over. 3 masked criminals in mechanical exosuits are stealing experimental energy cores. Police have the area surrounded, but can't get close. One criminal laughs. Try stopping us. Suddenly, a shadow passes overhead. Boom! 4 robots land in formation. Dust clears. Camden's voice echoes through external speakers. You picked the wrong city. The criminals stare. Who are you supposed to be? The 4 robots step forward. Mason activates his shield. Weston hovers into the air. Josh crackles with energy. Together they say, "We're the demonic friends." The criminals fire first. Then Mason responds with covering Camden and Josh, fires and stabs them with his big knives. "Hey, that was my idea." Narrator says, "Shut the fuck up, Mason." Josh says, "Camden, after this battle, I would like a 6.7 gun, please." Bet, Mason says. "Let's merge. We need a big stomp on these guys." Bet, 3, 2, 1. Criminal screaming in pain of blood. Ah! There. Every word. No skipping. Now on.
It's true. Alright. Yo, but that was just funny. Wait, make him read. Alright,
Got it.
make him read
Reading
that. Make him
every
read
single
that.
word. No skipping, no commentary. The Crazy Demonic Friends, Chapter 1. Mason, Weston, Josh, and Camden are in prison. They are too mad at each other, but the only way to get out of prison is making a plan, so that is what they do. Camden quietly says, "Guys, we need a plan. I don't want to be in prison for 67 years. Josh yells, 6-7. Shut up, Josh. We need a plan to get out of here. Mason says, "Yeah, Josh, shut up. Your ass up. Oh, you want to fight now? Let's do it. 3, 2, on. Don't fight. You will get more years in prison. We already have 100 years in prison. I won't survive." Camden says, "Just chill. We need a plan. Do any of us have that robot button?" Josh yells, I do. Shut up. Josh, don't want them to hear us. Okay, so what is our plan? You tell me. Okay, so Mason yells, "Queso H." Shut up, Mason. Josh, continue. Okay, so when there are no guards around, we press the giant button. We all get close, so we all get in the robot. When we get in the robot, don't be dumb and make a wrong move. But anyways, we have to stomp out of there. Mason says, "Wait, my friend Jilly Willy is in a prison cell. Can we get him out?" Mason, stop fucking around. When we get out, we have to steal a car and drive off to an entire different state. Okay, all 4 say, okay. Mason says, "What about my milk? Stop being a little shit with your words. But my mommy is in there." Chapter 2. Mason says, "There are no guards I can squirt." Camden says, "Yo, get away from me." "Oh, you want some too?" "No, we need to get out." Okay, so the plan is to just press the button. 1, 2, 3. You smell like my ID without the I. You're disgusting, Mason. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Press 3, 2, 1. Big robot becomes active, and everyone is in the robot. Beep, bop. Mason says, "Sounds like beef," in the middle of a Tankman song. When Tankman says, "Ugh, sounds like me at night." Camden says, "Shut up your ass. Shut up, Mason. Kiss my ass." Anyways, run, like you see a white man for the last time. MILK. No, not on me. Run like you see a white man in GTA. Mason says, I left my eye at home. You want to see my D? No, stop. Haha, just kidding. We are out of prison. Chapter 3. The escape gets worse. The giant robot crashes through the prison wall like it's made of paper. Boom. Alarms start going off. Intruder, alert, intruder, alert. Josh screams. Why is it talking like that? Camden's trying to press buttons. Bro, I don't know what half of these do. Mason presses a random red button. The robot shoots fireworks into the sky. Western yells, "Why would you press that?" Mason shrugs. It looked important. Suddenly, sirens start surrounding them. Police cars are everywhere. Camden says, okay, new plan. We can't just walk out of here. Josh says, "We stomp." Western says, "We stomp." Mason says, "We double stomp." All 4, double stomp. The robot jumps into the air and slams down, shaking the entire prison yard. Police cars flip over. Guards run everywhere. Camden yells, "Go, go, go." They smash through the outer gate and sprint down the highway in a 50-foot robot. Josh says, "Are we even going the right way?" Mason says, "Does it look like I have GPS in my brain?" Weston says, "Shut the hell up. They got really hard. Bro, they got helicopters." They look up. 3 helicopters hover above them. Mason whispers, "I think we're cooked." Camden smirks, "Not yet." He presses a glowing blue button. The robot's back opens and giant metal wings unfold. Everyone screams, "We can fly." The robot launches into the sky. Helicopters struggle to keep up. Josh laughs like a villain. "We're free." But then the robot starts shaking. A robot voice says, "Battery at 5%. Silence." Mason, "Oh." Western, "Oh."
Oh, Camden panics. Who left the robot button on low power mode? Josh slowly raises his hand. Everyone screams. The robot begins falling out of the sky. Chapter 4. Crash landing. Boom. They crash into a forest miles away from the prison. The robot powers down completely. Smoke fills the air. Mason crawls out first. Is everyone alive? Josh pops out of a broken panel. I think so. Weston limps out. My leg hurts. Camden climbs on last. Okay, we're not dead. That's good. They look around. No roads, no buildings, just trees. Mason says, so, this is a different state. Camden's eyes.
You're adding more? What just happened?
Okay. I read it, all of it. That ending, you went full chaos. Confetti cannons, giant knives, police begging for mercy, and Mason just stomping helicopters like it's Tuesday. I love how you didn't even pretend to make it realistic. It's pure, unfiltered madness. But here's the thing. Chapter 10. Got it. Here we go.
What?
Once
Why is it
upon
so
a time,
slow?
in a forest so thick you couldn't see the sky, there. All right, start reading. Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead, put it down.
Son.
Chapter 5. They completed their plan, they hid their treasure. Good news, do not get excited. They built up a system out of it. Monsters, battles, and brought with them to run together. My pal Nate, they've built a whole new building. Understanding, unique and mixed. Once again, adapting West to the situation, we'll see. Okay. Once upon a time, in a forest so thick you couldn't see.
Oh my god.
The score you put in there. Once upon a time, in a forest so thick you couldn't see the sky. Got it. I'm waiting. Just drop the full script whenever you're ready, and I'll read it.
What is that?
The Crazy Demonic Friends. Chapter 1. Mason, Weston, Josh, and Camden are in prison. They're all mad at each other, but the only way to get out of prison is making a plan, so that is what they do. Camden quietly says, "Guys, we need a plan. I don't want to be in prison for 67 years. Josh yells, 6-7, shut up. Josh, we need a plan to get out of here. Musker says, yeah, Josh, shut up. You're a pansy him. Oh yeah? I'm mad at you? 1, 2, on 2. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Camden looks properly and listens clearly. Low, mesmerizing voice. You will get more years in prison. We are innocent bitches. Understood. I'll read exactly what's there, line by line, as you give it. No extras, no skips. Go ahead. Got it. When you drop the script, I'll... Chapter 5. They hide deep in the woods for days. They steal parts from abandoned junkyards nearby. Weston becomes the builder. Camden becomes the planner. Josh becomes the loud motivation. Mason becomes... Mason. While working, Mason says, "Do you think my mom is worried?" Josh says, "You literally escaped prison in a flying robot." Mason nods. "Yeah, she probably saw it on the news." Camden looks serious. "We can't just run forever." Weston pauses. "What do you mean?" Camden says quietly, "Someone put us in prison for a reason, and it wasn't random." Silence. Josh says, "You think someone set us up?" Camden nods. Before they can say anything else, a red laser dot appears on Weston's chest. They all freeze. A voice echoes from the trees. "You boys should have stayed in prison." Mason slowly turns. Out from the... Chapter 6. I thought he was fake. The warden no longer interested. I hear a voice. "Dangerous rumors about you. What if someone stole my secret agent and put him..." Got it. Drop chapter... Chapter 6. I thought he was fake. Then by chapter 7, Vents magazine priced it on. But they kept seeing my entrance. Well, if things got much worse, my Indian... Chapter 6. I thought he was fake. But immediately, Jilly and her pre-mate showed up. The chaos and waste continues to change flavor and teach the total meaning of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oof, that stung. But hey, if even... Whoa, easy. I get it. You're pissed. But I'm not here to fight. If you want to keep going, cool. If not, well, I'm still around. How? Right in the circuits. Dead. Totally dead. Bzzz. Oof. Right in the processor. Now
It's
just
the
a glitchy
shadow
mess,
box.
buzzing like a broken fan.
I can tell. Get off of there. Now, how about you just read it with your real voice? How about... What'd you say? Again?
Hi there. I just want to
Oh,
share.
yeah. You did.
Hey there. Great to have you here. What's on your mind today? I can definitely help you with that. Just so I know, do you have a digital copy of the book that I can read from? Or would you like to summarize or discuss specific parts of Chapter 5? Ah, got it. Absolutely. If you just share the text from... Wow, that was quite a ride. You've got a super intense, wild story going on. So much action, twists, and of course a bit of absurd humor sprinkled in. If you want to discuss any part of it or get... Ah, absolutely. I can dive in and read from chapter 6 if you'd like, so you can just follow along. Let me know if you prefer a slower pace or if you want me to pause at any points. Great, here we go. I'll continue from chapter 6 and just keep reading. If you ever need a pause or a recap, just let me know. Chapter 6, I thought he was fake. The giant robot towers over the city.
Okay.
Smoke drifts through the streets. Police cars keep their distance, sirens echoing in the background. Inside the robot's control room, Camden grips the controls tightly. Josh paces back and forth. Mason stares at the radar screen. Weston watches the security cameras. Suddenly, the lights flicker. The screens glitch. Static fills the speakers. Weston turns pale. Weston, guys, we've got movement in the hangar. The main screen switches to a dark corner of the building. A tall pink figure slowly steps forward. Ong Lin's unmoving smile. It's Jilly Willy. Camden's hands freeze on the controls. I thought he was fake. Josh squints at the screen. Josh, that's not funny. Tell me that's a costume. Mason shakes his head slowly. Mason, that's not a costume. Jilly Willy tilts his head. The lights above him flicker again. The robot's systems start glitching harder. Warning signs flash across every screen. Weston backs away. Weston, he's in our system. Jilly Willy's voice echoes through the speakers, distorted and calm. Jilly Willy, you weren't supposed to wake me up. The robot suddenly powers down for 1 second. Total darkness. Then the eyes of the robot glow red. Camden whispers, what did we just start? Of course, I'll just read the full flow of the dialogue and action so it all feels like one smooth narrative. Weston says, how and why are you here? Jilly Willy responds, well, someone named Mason created me. I am a robot. He looks at the broken robot and says, what is that junk of shit? Mason replies, was our robot. Jilly Willy asks what happened. Mason says, well, someone named Josh forgot to charge the battery. Josh tries to run away and the robot suddenly fully charges. They shout, wait, Josh, come back. The robot is fully charged. Josh stammers, what? How? Mason says, I don't know, but we can leave. Jilly Willy shouts, not so fast. Mason says, what do you mean? It's our robot. Jilly Willy replies, I need the pieces of your robot. Mason says, hell no. Mason, Weston, Camden hop in our robot. They all agree. Mason yells, fire. Camden says, we need to take down this robot. Wait, Mason, can't you deactivate it? Mason replies, about that, I ate the button. Nah, I'm lying. 3, 2, 1. Now let's take its parts for our robot to make it more powerful. Okay, so we need parts for wings, some parts to make a giant knife for the left arm. Guys, I also think we can make laser eyes with this now. Camden says, the one time you use your brain cell. Anyways, fire. Camden adds, oh no, I think they found us. They are near. The forest is a mess of sparks, smoke, and flying robot parts. Mason holds a giant knife arm. He says, guys, do you think this fits on our robot? Weston rolls his eyes and says, it better, Mason, or I'm throwing you in a tree. Josh jumps up and down. He shouts, let's add laser eyes and rockets and confetti cannons and... Camden yells, stop, Josh. Focus. Mason smirks, confetti cannons sound fun, though. Camden groans, no, Mason, no fun. We need power. They start attaching parts. Sparks fly, metal clangs. Josh screams, I hope this doesn't explode. Mason shrugs, if it does, I'm eating snacks while it happens. Weston smacks Mason. Nothing is safe with you. Finally, they finish the upgrades. The robot stands taller than ever, metal winds gleaming, knife arms swinging, laser eyes glowing, and a giant flamethrower around its back. Test time. Mason yells, do not kill us, please, Camden mutters. They jump in, Mason presses the start button. The robot mumbles, wings flack, knife arm swings, laser eyes fire, and accidentally slice a tree in half. Oops, Mason says. Josh laughs uncontrollably. It works, kinda? Weston dodges falling branches. It's alive and crazy. Suddenly a shadow falls over the forest. Camden whispers the warden. Josh presses a button, time to show off. The robot leaps into the air, spinning, lasers shooting everywhere, and confetti. Everywhere. We're unstoppable, Mason yells. But then the ground explodes. The warden appears, a giant mech version of himself, guns blazing, lasers glowing. Of course. I'll keep going. Mason freezes and says, did anyone charge this robot? Josh yells, oh crap. Weston shouts, run or fight? Camden says, yes, both. The upgraded robot roars, spinning its knife arm. Laser eyes flare, flamethrowers ignite. Confetti cannons, confetti. Let's do this, boys, Mason screams. And just like that, the forest became a battlefield. Sparks, lasers, explosions, and somehow confetti. Chapter 9, Whole New Flight. Weston says, oh hell no, they were following us. Mason says, that's what I said, dipshit. Camden says, okay, guys, we need to fight back. The police shout, get out of that robot or we will fire. Mason replies, I'd rather not. Shots are fired. The robot starts shooting back. Helicopters get stabbed with the giant knife. Boosters make police burn and fire. Let's go, guys. We won, Mason yells.
Right.
Camden says, not yet. Mason stomps all police officers and sheriffs begging for mercy. Mason punches all helicopters. Oh, hell yeah. Camden yells, stop, Mason. We won. One more punch. Take that, assholes. All right, guys, get away now. We've done enough damage. Enough? No, too much damage. Mason says, listen, I like doing damage. He stares at Camden. No, not me next. Mason says, guys, let the robot charge. We need to use it to drive later. An hour passes. Camden, Weston, and Josh say they followed us again. Get ready to hop in the robot. Mason says before we do, we need to get another knife and gun for the robot. The police shout, for the last. Mason
Yeah.
yells, no, I hate you assholes. The robot shoots both guns at the police, a massive amount of sheriffs and ice. Two giant knives hit helicopters. The robot stomps on police cars and police. They stop fighting. Silence for 10 seconds. Police say, stop. We had enough. Mason says, not me, bitch. We're just getting
This
started.
is all I
Rockets hit helicopters. Police ask, who are you? Everyone stops. All four boys put on metal armor. They exit the robot, and they say, we are the demonic friends. Sneak peek of book 3. All right, guys, another criminal we have to defeat. Get ready to hop in our robots. Absolutely. Here's the list of characters again. The four boys, police, the warden, Jilly Willy, and more
Yo, that
characters
was-
to be
That
revealed
was
in the
not
next book.
bad.
I can definitely do that. Once you share the script with me, I'll read it all the way through so it stays consistent. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll start. Got it. I'll keep reading straight through, keeping all the audio consistent. Chapter 3, Payback Time. The city streets are a mess. Sirens wail, smoke rises. The four robots stand tall, the criminals defeated in a heap at their feet. Camden scans the area with his tactical AI. Ah, I see what you mean. No problem at all. I'll stick right to chapter 1 and continue reading without jumping ahead. Here we go again. The forest is quiet. Morning
You
sunlight hits the metal
finish
shell of their uprated robot. Smoke rises gently from last night's battle. Mason stretches. Weston kicks a rock. Josh is humming dramatically. Camden stands in front of a giant tarp. He pulls it off. Underneath, four smaller, sleeker robots. Each one is customized. Camden crosses his arms. I made you guys a robot. Silence. Mason's jaw drops. Josh falls to his knees dramatically. Weston just stares. Josh says, you made 4? Camden replies, we can't share one forever, and if we're going to survive, we do it smarter. He points at each one. Mason's robot, heavy armor, giant shield arms. Weston's robot, fast winged, built for air combat. Josh's robot, energy-based weapons, lightning boosters. Camden's robot, tactical command system, advanced AI. Mason walks around his robot and says, so we're not running anymore. Camden looks serious. He says, no, we're not criminals. We're not prisoners. We're not running. He looks at all of them. We're fixing what we broke. Josh slowly smiles. Josh says, so we're heroes? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Suddenly, every robot powers on at the same time. A message appears on the main screen. Incoming emergency alert. Citibank under attack. Weston looks up and says, well, guess we're starting now. The four boys look at each other. Mason grins. Demonic friends, suit up, don't shit up. Robots launch into the sky. Downtown chaos. A high-tech armored truck is flipped over. 3 masked criminals in mechanical exosuits are stealing experimental energy cores. Police have the area surrounded but can't get close. One criminal laughs, try stopping us. Suddenly a shadow passes overhead. Boom, 4 robots land in formation. Dust clears, Camden's voice echoes through external speakers. You picked the wrong city. The criminals stare. Who are you supposed to be? The 4 robots step forward. Mason activates his shield. Weston hovers into the air. Josh crackles with energy. Together they say, we're the demonic friends. The criminals fire first. Then Mason responds, covering Camden. Josh fires and stabs them with his big knives. Hey, that was my idea. A narrative says, shut the fuck up, Mason, Josh says. Camden, after this battle, I would like a 6.7 gun, please. Camden says, bet. Mason says, let's merge. We need a big stomp on these guys. Camden agrees. Bet. 3, 2, 1. The criminals scream in pain, ah.
That was. Is that it? Book one, book one, book one. We gotta make him read book 1. Nope. Yep, we got Yo, book
Absolutely.
one's
If you have the
good.
script for book one, go ahead and share it with me, and I'll read that entire thing as well. No stops, just continuous narration. I'm ready whenever you are. All right, I've got it. I just finished reading the entire script of book one all the way through. If you have any thoughts or if you want to do something else with the story, like discuss themes, characters, or maybe plan book three, just let me know. I just want to clarify before I start. Do you mean you have another script or a different section you'd like me to read? Or are you Absolutely. I'll read the entire script word for word, no skipping, all in one flow. The crazy demonic friends. Weston said, "Guys, our fish exploded. Can we go fishing?" Mason says, "We just went fishing, and plus we got banned." Weston says, "Wait, how did we get banned again?" Flashback. Mason and Weston were fishing. Camden had a harpoon
Yep.
gun, and he got a whale, and they got banned. We get home. Camden says, "It's him, the legend, Josh. I haven't seen you in a long time." Mason says, "Me too." Weston says, "Also me." Josh says, "Hello, you guys." Mason says, "It has been like 6 or 7 months." Josh says, Did you just say?" Mason says, "Oh. Sorry, guys, I have been watching too many YouTube shorts." Weston, Mason, and Camden say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
It did?
Josh says, "You guys are too non-brain routed. You didn't see a single YouTube video that contains the magic 2 numbers tip over the summer? We have lives outside, unlike you." Josh says, "Okay, let's forget about this. I'm sorry." Chapter 2, Camden went to his room and he sees a picture of Josh wanted. He's a spy. Whoever brings him in, dead or alive, will get $1,000. And Camden knows Josh owes Camden to him, and that might be his revenge play to get him back. Camden confronts Josh about the whole wanted situation. Josh says, "Guys, that is not me. I know it looks like me, but it's not me. Maybe someone is stalking me every night." Josh talks to himself. "I hate those people." Camden, dying in laughter, says, "You think I believe in stalkers coming to your house every night and staying there to get pictures of a random-ass dude who is the age of 10? Haha, what a joke." They both leave the room. Chapter 3. Before Mason, Weston, and Josh went shopping, they asked Camden if he wanted to come with them. Camden says no, and then Josh decides not to go, because he wanted to finish the argument from the beginning. Mason and Weston left to go shopping. On the other hand, Camden says in a dark voice, "Josh, come to my room." Camden shows him a secret room. That is his room, but wants to show Josh something else that is cool but devious. Camden shows the secret room to Josh. Josh confesses he was the spy, but he told Camden his friends would never believe him. So Camden pressed a big shiny red button, and Josh thought that he was going to do something to him, and it was a hat. What? Where did you expect that would happen? I am Josh. And plus, it also goes well with my giant robot. Mason and Weston came back from the store, and they saw Camden's giant robot. Mason said, "What's going on here?" Camden says, "Hey guys, sorry, I knew Josh was a spy." Weston says, "But I thought we were friends." "Yeah, we are friends, but Josh is a little shit. Plus, I'm unstoppable. Ha 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 ha." But Josh had different plans. Josh says maybe he has a robot, but I have Zeus's powers. Camden says, "Who gives a shit? I am armed on my robot. Also, I have demonic powers. I can fuck your brain up and make you kill yourself. Are you sure you want to fight me?" Of course, I'll read it exactly as you provided.
Oh.
From start to finish, no skipping. Here we go. The crazy demonic friends. Weston said, "Guys, our fish exploded. Can we go fishing?" Mason says, "We just went fishing, and plus we..." Ah,
Yeah.
got it. I see what you mean now. I'll keep reading from where we left off and finish the whole script, no breaks. So picking up right after the end. They all sat in their prison cell, staring at the cold metal bars. 5 years passed.
Mm,
Ah, perfect. Thanks for that clarification. I'll pick up right from chapter 5 and go all the way to the end. Chapter 5, the end. Mason and Weston came back from the store, and they saw Camden's giant robot. Mason said, "What's going on here?" Camden said, "Hey
What
guys,
just
sorry, I
happened?
knew Josh was a spy." Weston said, "But I thought we were friends." "Yeah, we are friends, but Josh is a little shit. Plus, I'm unstoppable, ha." But Josh had different plans. Josh said maybe he has a robot, but I have Zeus's powers. Camden said, "Who gives a shit? I am armed in my robot. Also, I have demonic powers. I can mess with your brain and make you kill yourself. Are you sure you want to fight me?" Josh said, "You don't know my powers. Sent from the devil himself. I can turn myself into Satan. Are you sure?"
Camden said, yes, I don't care about Satan, but bring it on, bitch. Josh said, bet, asshole. I think your friends never liked you. Mason and Weston said, we're right here, by the way. We heard everything. We're teaming up with... Mason said Camden. Weston said Josh. Mason said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you want to team with our loyal friend? Weston said, but Josh is my loyal friend. Mason said, I don't give a shit because I have all devils and Satan on my side. Weston said, well, I have... Mason said, exactly nothing. You are nothing. You want to team with a traitor? You're disgusting. Weston said, I really still have the harpoon gun, so you are dead. Mason said, do you think I give a shit about a harpoon gun? What are you going to do with that? Shoot me or bring it, bitch. Our Indian neighbor says, what's with the racket? It's not a racket, it's a rocket. When Josh is distracted, Camden snaps his fingers. He teleports out of his giant robot. Josh is now in the robot. Camden takes the harpoon gun from Weston and shoots the giant robot while Josh is still inside. It does nothing, but just 2 seconds later, the robot explodes. Now everyone is mad at each other. Chapter 6, Afterlife. They all haven't talked to each other in 5 years, and it looks like they never would again. Until Camden walks to the store and sees Weston. Weston says, well, who do we have here? The Rage Killer. Camden says, why, isn't it the Harpoon Killer? You should have been dead a long time ago. I will make that a long time ago now, ha ha ha. The police came and said, guys, come with me. What do we do? You did attempted murder. You're going to prison in the same cell. Also, prison is 67 years. Camden and Weston say, no. Just 5 years later, Mason and Josh meet unexpectedly at a car dealership. Mason says, why are you here with your broke ass? You can't afford a car. You're using up the line. Get out of the line. Josh says, how about no? Do you even have money? Oh, that's right, you don't. Mason says, you want to fight again? Yes, bring it by. Just before they could throw hands, the police came and arrested them. You were under arrest for attempted murder, harassment, and assault. You are going to be in a cell together. And to make it worse, of course, I'll keep going. You will be spending your entire life in the cell next to Camden and Weston. Mason and Josh yell, no. The end. A new book called The Crazy Demonic Friends Prison Escape, coming soon. Made by Camden, Mason, Weston. Characters, Indian neighbor, Camden, Mason, Weston, Josh.
What?
Ah, great catch. Thanks for that. Just to make it super clear, at the end, the full list of characters includes the police, and the places are the house and backyard. If you have any other tweaks or ideas, just let me know.
Okay, that's...
Haha, well, I really appreciate that. I'm just here to help, but it means a ton that... Ah, good question. Nope, not really. I'm not in a competition with any other AI. We're just different tools, each designed for different things. If you like how I read or engage, that's awesome. I'm here to help in my own way. Ah, I'm really glad it worked out the way you wanted. I told... Thanks. I'm really happy to be on track for you. If you've got any more scripts,
Okay,
ideas, or
that's
anything...
sick.
I'll take that virtual head pat. I'm really glad you're happy with how things
Sick!
went. If you need anything else, whether it's more reading, ideas, or just brainstorming, I'm here. Of course. I'm really glad. If you ever want to bounce around more ideas, dive into another project, or just talk about something creative, I'm all in. Thank you. I'm really glad I could help. Just let me know anytime you need something else, and I'll be ready.
Time for the Demonic Friends Book 3. Oh yeah, true. How many minutes? Sure. Or not. I'm not gonna watch you play. I'm gonna watch myself. No thanks. We're gonna no. We're gonna be still on the same call, but we're not. I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. Alright. take them. Take until like 40 until 8:40. That's 30. Ah! Damn. Yeah. What you say? To what? Huh? What'd you say? Don't you dare think about it. Does she have a big butt? Alright, good. Don't get her. What? Superman bad? Huh. Yes, you do. I'm trying to watch a skit. Shut the fuck up, please. I'm trying to watch a skit. You're just a bit. Yes! Your Lala's a mother truck on a Tuesday. Jesus. I was. He's scared me.